Hey friends, I wanted to do a quick bedtime check-in because today marks 5 days since my dental implant revision surgery, the bone graft, tissue graft, all of it. I honestly thought I'd be feeling a little farther along than I am by now. And when I scheduled the surgery, I only took Friday off from work because I figured I'd have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and be ready to return to work on Monday. I definitely underestimated this one. I went back to work yesterday, and because my job is meetings all day long, I spent hours talking. And by the end of the day, my mouth was really sore. And today was another full day of meetings. And honestly, it's even more tender tonight. It's not unbearable pain necessarily. That's kind of the interesting part, I guess, is it's more that everything just feels swollen, and tender, and tired and irritated from having to move my mouth and talk so much. So this is going to be a quick one tonight. Um, the good news is the swelling on the outside of my mouth and face has definitely gone down, which you hopefully can see. The bruising is finally starting to fade too, which I'm really happy about. Every morning I wake up and I check the mirror and I'm hoping it looks a little bit better and it finally feels like it's heading in the right direction. The biggest challenge right now is actually inside my mouth. The roof of my mouth is still really swollen. I have this protective stent that's in there, protecting the donor site. It's supposed to sit up against the roof of my mouth to protect that area. And that's where they took the bone and the tissue from. On one side, it fits perfectly, it snaps right up in there. On the other side, it just won't go all the way up. Because the swelling on that side is so significant. So it's kind of hanging down lower than it's supposed to, and it's definitely affecting my speech. So if you've noticed that I sound a little different in some of my more recent videos, that's why. I can even like feel the swelling kind of pushing out from the back underneath side of the stent. Again, it's not horrible pain. It's just really swollen. Um, I'm still taking ibuprofen, not so much for pain management, but just to help with the swelling. Um, just while everything heals, I think that keeping the swelling down is super important. My next post-op appointment is July 10th, so I'm really looking forward to having them take a look at everything and hopefully tell me that everything's healing well and looking really good and we're on the right track. In the meantime, I'm following every single instruction that they've given me to a T. I'm rinsing with warm salt water basically anytime I drink anything other than water. I'm still completely on a liquid diet. And when I say liquid, I mean liquid. I'm not even doing runny mashed potatoes. I'm mostly drinking pre-made protein shakes right now. If I do add anything to those, like ice or a little bit of ice cream or frozen fruit, um, I add very little and I blend it up really, really good. So it's basically the consistency of milk. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I just don't want anything getting trapped around the grafts or putting me at risk for another tissue infection. After everything that's happened over these last few months, I'm just not willing to take any shortcuts or take any risks. And if that means another 3 weeks of true just liquids, then that's what I'm gonna do. I know that this isn't the most exciting part of the journey or the most glamorous part of the journey, but I think it's one of the most important parts of my journey. And I think it's important to share these moments that aren't like Instagram perfect, because recovery isn't always linear. Some days you wake up and you feel like you've turned a corner. And then you have a day where suddenly it feels like you're more sore again. That's okay. And that's been my reality this week. And overall, I do think I'm moving in the right direction. The bruising looks better. The outside of my face looks better. The swelling is slowly improving. It's just taking a little bit longer this time than I expected, and that's okay. As always, thank you guys for following along, for checking in on me, for all the messages, and for everyone who's shared their own stories. Reading your experiences has honestly comforted me. I will keep bringing you along one day at a time, and hopefully by my appointment on July 10th, I'll have another good update to share. That's it for tonight. Have a great evening. Bye.